How they say it? Bullseye. Okay, we are here. I am here with a video. Did not get a topic for it, but I am here. Listen. Listen. Let me fix my eyebrow a bit so I can look a bit younger. Okay. Um, I have the light off. Excuse me. Just ate. So that's the reflux of when I was young. I used to suffer with acid reflux a lot. Should I say a child instead? Because it was 5, 6, 7 years old, 8 years old. I remember, I think 7 years old, my mom had taken care of it. But before 7 years old, I suffered with it. It was annoying. Everything I eat would be, and then mouth full, and you have to spit it out. And at a certain age, I remember I used to chew them again. I didn't know what it was. And until someone told me, no, don't chew it back. I was a child. I would chew it. If they, Ninid, you chew it back and swallow it. No. Just spit it out. Then I learned to spit it out after. When it comes up. This is what my sister always say, that I eat like a goat. Because they call that ruminer. Eh, ruminer, ça qu'on mange, what you eat. Okay, I am here with a video because I've been watched by CCTV, which people are following me. Also, the government following me. Listen, I remember there was a time that there was a white woman that had a channel, and I watched her a couple of times. And in her videos, she would explain what she was experiencing with government and witches, and but these were not black witches. In her story, it was white people like me, masons and occultists and everything. She used to explain they come to operate in her body at night. It's like she could not sleep, or she would wake up with pain, like she come out of surgery. And when she wakes up, she would explain in her video the tools that were called going up the ceiling. So as you're waking up, they kind of pull the instrument that they operated in your body with. So they pull it out of your sight because they know certain people. Anyway, people they go after are always wide awake. That's why they target them. Okay. So they know once you awake, you're gonna see the tools. It's spiritual, but you're gonna see it. So they don't leave it down, they pull it. You see it like going up the ceiling. Fuck, what's going on? Why God let people have so much power? But he does, he let them have power. Most of them use it for bad, not for good. But I don't think God gave us power to misuse them, especially on his children. I don't believe he does that. We choose to be bad, okay? And it's always a choice. But anyway, when she explained her story, at that time, I was not experiencing these things. The only thing I know that they would be sending me energy that I have to cleanse all the time. I've been in spiritual bath since 2019 because of aura cleanse. When I was initiated in Trinity, I got initiated in two different groups. In Trinity, and then I got initiated, excuse me, something in my eye. So, and then some group called Woskwa. Haitian people would know what Woskwa is. It's two words, Woskwa. But I didn't do much with Woskwa because most of the time when they have a meeting, it's always you're just there and you listen, but you don't really do anything unless they ask if you have questions and things like that. It was remotely because the group that I was part of was out of California and I was in Connecticut, so everything was done remotely online for me. When you go to the meetings, you, let's say when you log in for the meetings, you would just sit and listen to the worshiper master. That was a woman. I'm not gonna give their names. It's not necessary. I didn't renew. I didn't renew my membership the same way I didn't renew Trinity membership. In Trinity, I actually talked to the guru and I said that I'm no longer part of it. Yeah. But in Rosqua, I just didn't renew my membership. Okay, so when I was experiencing the energy, it's that you feel it. It's like something that you're not used to. Let's say they're manipulating you remotely. The mind is always part of the manipulation. No matter where they want to mess you up from or at, it's always the mind that they manipulate in order, and then it's because they're trying to get you to do something. They are trying to get you to act in a certain way. So it's like they actually writing your story. They actually foretelling um, your life, but it's not. It's an illusion. Once anyone who chooses to live off illusion has some types of mental issue. I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing nobody. I'm just speaking reality because I'm very real. I'm a Virgo. I love saying Virgo because I'm proud of what I am. You don't really see Virgo doing all these things. The Virgo that you might, because I don't want to say no Virgo will do it, because there are some Virgo you might find. Now I'm going to say point blank, it depends on what they have in their birth chart. The natal chart can contain any kind of sign with whatever sign you are. But listen, we have a great God that knows exactly what he does when he does something. I am telling you because I am proof of that. Look at how God created me. For years, I didn't know what I was. All I know is that since I was little, certain things would happen that I could not really understand. How not everybody remember things when they were 2 years old. My daughter remembered things that happened when she was 2. And I remember things once I look at the picture, I remember events of that picture. I remember event that happened during the year of whatever age I was in that picture. But my daughter would actually tell you what happened. When she explained to me what happened, I was like, hold on, which house was that? She identified it by the color of the house we were living at that time. So when she says I will use that one as an example. When she says, Mom, we were in the greenhouse, I was like, okay, hold on, greenhouse. I'm like, girl, you were 2 years old. She said, I'm like, you remember all this, the whole thing that she explained, and then she said, greenhouse. That greenhouse is a house that I painted myself. The landlord simply, let me say, the property manager, simply take me to Lowe's, Lowe's or Home Depot. Lowe's. He took me to Lowe's, and then I picked the color that I want. I picked whatever color that I wanted, and then he bought the brushes, the pen that we're gonna roll, the rollers, everything that I need. I'm a very good painter. Hey, you know what? Hey, everything I do it to perfection. And I believe that is one of the reasons why my sister wanted my life, because she herself identified me as a perfectionist. When I was 18, she said on my 18th birthday, she stood and she talked about me. On my 18th birthday, that day, it was at night, the birthday party. I didn't even expect a birthday party at that time, because my mom kicked me out when I was 17. I refused to leave. Excuse me, my life is a mess, a total mess. Um, I'm always been kicked out of somewhere that with what I do, I don't know. When did my mom kick me out? I don't know. We were making porridge. You know, porridge we make sometimes with oats, oatmeal. Sometimes, but in Haiti we don't just make it with oats. We do it with corn flour. We do it with all-purpose flour. We do it with many different type of flour. So my mom asked me to make a porridge. I did it. But while I was doing it, she kept coming by. She kept coming to taste. Let me see. Mm, mm. Okay, I'm like, every 5, let me be fair. If I say 5, it's exaggeration. I would say every 10 minutes she comes. You would think she's hungry, she cannot wait for it. But I don't know. All I know is that every 5 minutes she comes, she wants to taste. I was like, Mama, this is greedy. That's greed. You want to taste every 5, 10 minutes. She'll be like, oh, I need to taste. Let me see. When she tastes, she will tell you, oh, you need more salt. Or she will tell you, you need a little bit more milk. Or she will tell you, you put too much sugar, or this and that. Whatever she says, in my country, you can't really go back and forth with your mom and your dad, your big sisters, big brothers. You don't really do that. Now they might do it, but in my generation, you couldn't do it. Okay, so this is the part where she kicked me out. I just gonna elaborate just a little bit, but I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about before. uh, at one time, I did something that I already did. I finished it, and she come over. She's telling me to add more of it. I said, Ma, when I learned how to cook, you weren't even in the country, because she was in the United States working, sending money to us, for better living in Haiti. So she was in the United States, and she left me when I was 9, 9 years old in 1984. Yeah, I was at 1984. I was 9, sometimes 9. And listen, I said, Ma, when you came from the United States, I was 15 going on 16. I learned how to cook since 11. Therefore, I already know how to cook when you came. Please let me do this, let me do this. Because it started to get irritating with her coming over all the time. Uh-uh. She doesn't listen. Some parents, you talk to them like this, they'll say, okay, I'll let you finish. Okay, take care of your stuff. Not this one. This one kept on coming until you just flip. But when I flipped that day, I didn't. I was not disrespectful. But in my country, they can take it as disrespectful. All I did was walk away. She came, she took the spoon to stir, and I'm like, Mom, the pouring is already done, it's finished. I'll just leave you with it. If you wanna add stuff, add stuff. If you don't, me, I am straightforward. I'm not gonna chew, eat my tongue and let things just go like this. As long as I don't disrespect, I don't say word I'm not supposed to say. I say it straight up. I say, Mom, I'm already done. Everything is already added into the pouring. Now, if you want extra sugar, if you want extra salt, put the amount that you want. But me, I'm out. So I walk away. I went to the porch. Uh-uh. The next thing I saw, my mom had a little shoe. She had a little shoe. Listen, the shoe was made of bones. I don't know if people remember this kind of shoes back in the 80s. They used to make shoes where the heel, the bottom of the shoe was bones. So I don't know if it was real bones or a bone look-alike. I don't know. But that thing looked like bones. And all I know is that I felt like I was getting hit on my scapula. It was boom, boom, boom on my scapula. Scapula is your shoulder blade. I use the medical term because I know terminologies. So if I say medical terms, people don't understand can ask me question. When I look here, I will reply to the question. Okay, so um, I thought she just was doing it a couple of times and leave. Oh, the lady didn't want to stop. She finished here, she went to the right. She finished here, she went to the. Uh-uh. Then I'm like, okay, I'm like, Mom, you're not finished? You're not gonna finish? She was like, she doesn't feel it. You don't feel it. She continued, you don't feel it. Because I'm not crying. She says, I don't feel it. You can hit somebody in the bone and not feel it. When I noticed my mom wasn't gonna stop, my mom and my scapula started to hurt. I had to turn around to see if I can run. She didn't stop. I know while I turned around because I was in a corner. So she cornered me in. I realized if I don't do something, the next hit gonna come right on my boob. Because what is on the other side of your scapula, your shoulder blade? I noticed my mom is coming down with her hands and the shoe in her hand, and then it was gonna come on my. I'm like, oh, I handed the shoe. I didn't touch her. I had to hold the shoe. I noticed it's coming on my boob. I just hold the shoe. I'm like, Mom, you're gonna land this on my boob, on my chest. Uh, then she started, give me the shoe, give me the shoe. Then she said, now guess what? Would you let the shoe go and then your mom hit that shoe, that bone, heel or bottom shoe of bones? Would you let your mom hit your boob with it and end up with some mass and then cancer? I'm like, I don't say a word. I like a bad word. I say, Mom, I'm not letting go of the shoe because I was already been strong not to cry. Because it's at been 17, you hitting me in my bones like this. I try not to cry, but I'm not letting go of the shoe. I say, Mom, I'm not letting go of the shoe. She started to shake herself. She came from the United States. She was fat, so she came from the United States. She was very big and fat, a big belly and things like that. So she had weight to shake me with the shoe. while she's shaking me with the shoe, and she started to say that I'm fighting with her. Listen, once she already claimed I'm fighting with her, I don't want no curse. I just release it and went. The next morning, she kicked me out of the house. She kicked me out of the house the next morning. I said, I'm not going anywhere. I'm like, Mom, I'm 17 years old. I don't have nowhere to go. I'm not going anywhere. She said, I must leave the house because I fought her. I said, Mom, I didn't fight you. I did not fight you. Do you know my sister, the one who died, went to my boyfriend's house and told my boyfriend's mother that I fought my mom, and then me and my boyfriend, we split. We split because my big sister went to my boyfriend's house the next morning and she told my boyfriend's mother that I fought my mom. And I didn't fight the lady. She was gonna hit me with a shoe on my boob. I just held the shoe and I said that, no, you cannot hit me in my boob. And the person who actually fight my mom when my mom tried to hit her is Lala herself. Yes, my mom doesn't hate often, but when she hates, she doesn't care what she pick. She would just come and slap you. And then as she slap you, if you don't hold your neck strong, you're gonna go to the walls and anything can happen to you. She didn't care. She was very strong. And she said, I am talking to you. And if you don't know how to react with my mom, yeah, you slap with, and then whatever she hit you with in the side, if you buy a wall, you're gonna go to the wall, your head gonna hit. Yes. That's why I have these two bowls right here. Because when I was 8, she took me from the back of the head and then she hit my head on the wall. She said, I told you to give it to her. She did. My mom didn't play. Yeah. So I ended up with these two balls right here. And my little sister stole my socks. And she said that was hers. Since my little sister told my mom that was her socks, my mom didn't care. My mom wanted me to just give them to her. I said, Mom, these are my socks, because I remember where I put my socks. My mom says, she says it's hers. I said, Mom, these are my socks. And my little sister is a little sister that I care about so much. I wouldn't mind give them the pair of socks to her. But my little sister had one pair, I had one pair. Mine was green, hers was yellow. But the green kind of bleed. You can see the aspect of yellow to it, but you look fine. If you look well, you will see it's the green one. Yeah. Okay. My uncle was there. My dad's brother was came by and said, Nadia, what, you're gonna send her to school like this? Yes, she needs to go to school. She must go to school. My uncle says, Nadia, you just hit the child's head on the wall. And these are not just any wall, they're not concrete wall. In Haiti, they have concrete. It's not sheetrock, I meant. It's not sheetrock. It's concrete. You know how you have the cement board? Like this, even stronger, because they use blocks to build the houses. And in my head landed, was pushed onto those concrete blocks. All right. I ended up giving the socks to my sister, and me, I had no socks to wear because we each had only one pair, because our uniform was green and a bottom, and the shirt was pattern of yellow and white, yellow and white, yellow and white. So I ended up giving the socks to my little sister after those two. Anyway, so when the white lady was talking about her story, they kind of relate, okay? That's why it stopped a little bit. I didn't understand certain things that she was saying. I was like, okay, is this really possible? And I listen. I listen to her. It's like each time I watch her, I don't scroll. I remain until the last words because it's interesting. You hearing what she's saying that's happening to her, and people are kind of acting like she's crazy or they don't want to listen or pay attention to her, like she's saying about people in her real life. And I didn't see any craziness. I didn't see nothing that tells that the lady is crazy. All I know is that I was watching in my mind. I'm like, okay, hold on. She is bringing light to people that are not ready to hear about it. And I listen. When I listen, it was good for me because now that I am experiencing certain things, and I'm like, okay, hold on. In 2024, 2000, last year, let's say last year, I'll take the last year experience. Last year, I was in Macon, Georgia. Sometimes, let's say I went there January, February, March. I left in mid-June or the third week of June. Okay. But I have receipts because I was on the Greyhound. I have receipts that will tell me exactly the dates. But it was month of June. While I was in Macon, I would wake up. It's like God wakes me up. It's not just me waking up. God wakes me up to see something, what He wants me to see. Remember, I don't really dream. Things just appear, and I'm like, I see myself somewhere, and I am living the experience of some event that is exactly happening. So when I opened my eyes was already in the corner of, you see that corner right here? Oh, let me see. Yeah, that corner right there. Okay. Or, and then you could go across. Like right now you can see. You see? Do you see this right there? Notice you have this, you have the other area up here, you see? Goes across, it's clear, right? And then closer to the corner, you will see there is a little darkness. These are shadows, okay? Because this is shadows. I'm gonna leave it right here because I might have to point to it again. All right. So my eyes laid on something in a corner of that room. I saw a certain creature that it's like once my eyes open, they're always backing up. They're backing up very fast. You would say like it's a spider, but it's not really a spider, but it's a spiritual type of spider. The color of it is like something very dirty, something that you wouldn't want to be on your skin. But guess what? If you don't wake up at the time they're coming, God wakes you up. If you don't wake up, too bad for you. It ends up interjecting or projecting into your body. It goes to your throat, and you always have to clear your throat. They do it to me in a different way because I ended up mastering when it's coming through the ceiling. I'm gonna master this one too, because every time they attack me, it's like they're giving me more knowledge. They don't understand that. I know that those witches are on my platform. They need to understand, but I don't think they're able. I don't think they are capable. Let's use the correct words here. I don't think they are capable to understand that they cannot do nothing to me. They keep wasting money. They keep wasting money. And for what? They want my life. They want my destiny. You are a witch. My destiny was not made for a witch to use, because the power I have is the divine power. It's not just you have a high ranking and then you use your high ranking in order to do some whatever you want with it. The power I have is the power of the divine, the power of God, the authority of Jesus. This is why it's not swappable, not exchangeable. Nobody, it's untouchable. Nobody can do nothing about it. The energy, they kind of play with the energy, because sometimes I'm sleeping. I even if I kind of wake up, I put my head down again to sleep. People tend to believe that they the one keeping me sleeping. No, because when I wake up, I know exactly why God wakes me up. It's just like sometimes I just fell asleep, and I just, because I know whatever it is cannot kill me. In the morning when I wake up, I'm gonna get rid of it anyway. So God wakes me up, and I would look, and then I'll put my head down again. When I am really in danger, He wakes me up again. He will wake me up even two more times, and then by the second or third time, I'm like, okay, so God really wants me up. And there are times where I have to be up already and then sitting somewhere, prepare myself, and sitting down and talk to my Father and actually say, I am here, I'm listening. So you see, I am connected to God, directly to God. Those who pretend not to know, those who pretend not to see, this is why you guys are being condemned to death. Do you know, you understand death penalty for attacking someone like me? Because when you attack me, it's like you attack God. I explained that many times to my sister Claire was. And I said to my sister and my mother Nadia, she called herself Wuti, but her name is Nadia. Growing up, she was Nadia. When she became a US citizen, she added Wuti in front of Nadia. But she's Nadia to me. Okay, so when I witnessed them last year, after I left Georgia, they were sending the same thing that I was witnessing in Georgia, in Quincy, Massachusetts. Then I'm like, this is how I know. It was confirmed that it was my mom and my sister attacking me for decades. I'm like, okay, hold on. Because I don't sleep, I would sit on that recliner. I only get off that recliner when I need to go to pee, I need to go shower, or bathe, most likely bathe because I take my spiritual bath. Excuse me. Or I'll get up to cook for my 3 children. I get up. We started to cook together, but after they poisoned me, I didn't want to cook with them anymore. I decided to cook so my kids can eat. Because if I myself, who cannot die with poison, but you poison me anyway, I don't want my children to experience what they were putting in the food for me. So I decided to cook myself. I would lay down and then I would feel something like attack me. When I wake up, it's either the thing backed up real fast, or it's already inside me. This again, I'm not worried because they cannot do nothing to me. When it gets inside of me, it has to just stay there and don't do nothing until I get rid of it. Yeah. When they get inside my stomach, you will hear them like it's a gas flatulent. I'll be like, you'll get out real soon. Sometimes I continue to sleep, and when I wake up in the morning, I do what I have to do and get it out. Or it can stay for a week. It depends. There's sometimes they can't bother me. They cannot. One time they interjected a spirit inside me. That spirit was mad. That spirit couldn't wait to get out. Do you know why? The spirit wanted to get so fast to whoever sent him there. He didn't want to stay. I'm like, you are there. I'll get you out whenever I want. Then I receive a message. The spirit within you is mad. It's upset because the person who sent him should have known that he could not do anything to you. That was in 2023. And then after a couple of days, I took a spiritual bath. I drank something internal, and then I commanded to live. If it is in my ears, I know there were two words that I used to use to get them out from the. But it's better for somebody to scream these words for you. What I had to do myself, I had to wait. I believe I used the phone. I would say for the left. For the left, you say the word seno, seno, seno. And then for the right ear, you say zobute, zobute, zobute. These two words get spirit out of your ears. So they get out of your ears. People, you are in a case that you can never win, although it was already won by God and Jesus Christ. You are in a you created a battle that you cannot win, although it was already won by God. Now you refuse to back up, you refuse to let go. Whatever you get, because God fight for his own. I explain many times what I am. I was not sent here to be dead or die by any witches, and it will not happen. Now, I believe you've been telling people that you kick my sister Claire was out of your coven. Meanwhile, you continue to do the same work. You kick Claire out of your coven because of the lies, which I believe you are wrong because you're stupid. Why? Because when somebody come and tell you a story, there are ways. You cannot tell me that you are leader of coven, you lead in others, and you cannot tell when somebody lies to you. What the fudge? Listen, this man approach. This man says something to me. When he said it, I look at him, I smile. Why did you just lie to me? When? Just now. Then he ended up smiling himself because he see that I caught him right there and then. I don't play. You lied to me right when you lied to me. I look at you and I say, why did you just lie to me? He smiled. When did I lie? I said, just now. He smiled again. Oh, and then he started to stutter. I'm like, then you just need to be quiet because you're gonna tell me another lie to support a lie, and then another lie so it's like gonna be a game of lying and catching. I don't play that game. One thing I don't forgive. You can do anything to me, slap me, kick me, anything. But lie, I don't forgive lie. Because when somebody lies to you, they take you for stupid, they take you for dumb, they take you for an imbecile. So now you cannot tell me that you are a leader of group, you have people to lead, and you cannot tell somebody lies right there and then. You let this woman drag you into a battle that was not yours until you have ended up spending money on my soul, my destiny, yourself. She's paying money for herself. You paying money. Even then, now you say that you kick Claire was out of the coven for the lies that you could not catch. What spirit do you use? I would like to know. Please comment. I know you are there. I know you are there. Please comment. Let me know the name of the spirit that you use, because that spirit needs to go. You need to exile that spirit out of your body, out of your wherever you keep them. Because if I have a spirit that I'm serving, I'm using for service, and that spirit cannot tell me that this person, you need to leave that person alone. And that spirit cannot tell me this member of the group is a liar. The spirit cannot tell you that this person of the group is just a very jealous individual. That person is just jealous of somebody, and then they just want to create narrative about them. That spirit got to go. You need to adopt another spirit. I am telling you. Or convert. Christ saved. If it's not too late for you. But I know those you are who have come against me, against God. I know your sentence is already hell. There is nothing I can do for you. Because remember, whoever I pray for must be approved by God. And I mean approved, meaning God must tell me that I can pray for that person. For instance, there is someone that I regularly pray for because God says that person is my assignment. Do you understand how I mean that God has to approve it? God has to say that you are my mission or assignment, these two words. My sister didn't tell you last year how many times I approached her to pray for her. I sit where I sat, and then all of a sudden I would get up. When I get up and I go to her, I ask her, "Are you okay?" I'm okay. I said, then I will kind of recall a little something from 2024. And then in order for me to offer the prayer, I'll be like, I am sent to pray for you. She said, yeah, God sent you to pray for me. I said, yes. Now it's up to you because you have to accept it in order for me to do it. At first, she accepted to do it. So I'm like, okay, we set out a time. We say, okay, later tonight, I will come back and then we'll do the prayer. Something happened at night, prayer doesn't come. The next day again, I go after, because when God tells you to do something, if it's not gonna happen for a reason, God must see that you try. I went back to her with the same story. When would you like to do the prayer? Okay, tonight. Do you know every night the prayer doesn't happen? It's them sending dead souls towards me in the living room, causing the prayer not to happen. My son was telling me, "Ma, sit your ass down." My son said, "Mom, sit your old ass down." Then I'm like, I have to try. Yes, she entered something that she probably don't know nothing about. And until she said with her own mouth, everybody was surprised that I let you pray for me in 2024. I was like, really? Everybody was shocked that you let me pray for you in 2024. Really? You actually saying that you don't want the prayer now? Do you know in 2024 when I prayed for that lady, about 3 to 4 demons get out of her, and I saw them coming out of her. Right when I finished praying, I said, Amen. I said, how you feeling now? She said, better. I said, did you notice that you have about 3 spirits that come out of you? She said, yes, she felt it. They come out very clear. Anybody who was there would see it. Remember, she was already using my energy, therefore she was able to see. Everybody wants my gift. You cannot have it. God will not work with you with it. You're already in the dark where you need light. My gift is light. You can't use it. So what you want it for? To go kill people with the Spirit of God? The Spirit of God to kill? You don't know how I use my power. And notice that I have no karma. That's how I use it, because I use it in the right way. And many of you are fallen. Do you get it? I use my power in the right way. You see these people you keep putting on top of me, making noise, thinking you're gonna manipulate my mind and make me run crazy. After I deal with them, I'm coming for you. Meaning you have time to pull them back. And I'm gonna be finished with you guys. I'm not gonna have no karma. First of all, you don't know me. Neither one of you know me. Neither one of you. I don't know you. You guys know me face to face. On Saturday, a white lady came right in front of me park. I was facing the sun. I was praying. She came as like a stranger who just parked there. But guess what? I just look at her. She feels so familiar. Like somebody that has been in my energy for years. I look at her like this, and my peripheral vision, and I see the face. She wants to kind of smile, but you will know that the smile is not real. Therefore, you need to keep your mouth like this. Just look at the smile, but don't smile back. That's the energy that was exhumed. And now, because I was facing her car, because the sun is this way, then I turn sun face this way, right? So yeah, this way. And then I turn like to my right. Now I faced her window down completely. I'm watching her. Once she pulled up, something came out of her car. and just it's like her story just come to me. People don't understand. She just pull up and pop, and then boom. It's like I received. It's like a shock. That one came at a slow shock, not fast, because it enters. Only people like me would know that it entered me. Something from her came and entered me, but it entered me. It cannot harm me. It entered. It's just simply information. Do you understand? It's not something like attack and things like that. No, the divine God exhumed something out of her, and then so it's like, guess what? Her blueprint is inside of me. So she came to be close to me because they cannot read me at a distance anymore. I ascended. I am in a dimension they can never reach, but they refuse to stop. I ascended. So their things cannot really reach me at a distance anymore. They cannot do divination about me. They cannot do nothing about me. Their witchcraft cannot touch me. So they come, she come to be close, like to see herself. Remember, they still continue to pay people to watch me, to tell them what I'm doing, where I am, if I'm inside my house, if I'm outside the door, if I'm in front of the the stairs. Then someone already told her that I am outside, and the son is listening and responding to my orders. And she, not even 5 minutes after, two people pass by, and their phone is in their mouth like this. They actually telling them that I am outside talking to the son. Try it yourself and see. She came to see the light, the rain of light. That, let's say ray instead of rain. In French it will be rayon. Okay, so let's say rays of light. She come to see it for herself. I wanted to say something, but remember, my silence speaks better than when I open my mouth. So I kept my mouth shut. Because you come to spy, you're not a friend. Why you want to study me? You don't know me. You've been fighting, trying to steal my destiny for years. Why you come next to me? You just wanted me to know how you look like? Is that it? I know you are listening to me. You know. You see me one more time. Do you know that these people have doctors, lawyers, judge, police? I said police. Did I? Working with them? No, I didn't. Working with them. They paid doctors to make changes into people's medical records. They paid doctors to put in my record that I had HIV when I never had a positive HIV. These people are crazy. And then I went to the emergency room. One of them approached the emergency room to causing me to go to a mental institution. I went to the mental. Can you believe it? This is what I am going through. I went to the mental institution. I spent 3 days. The doctor, the responsible there, said she doesn't see anything wrong with me. They send me home. People, when I got to that place, this is government building. This is where they actually diagnose people with mental issues. I got there. People ask me, why are you here? I'm like, I don't know. All I can tell you is that somebody has been here on my name before. Why you say that? Because the address that I gave them was not the address that was pointed in the papers that had for me. The address that they had was the address of my mother and my sister. And that was my first time in that place. Can you read the word that comes out of my mouth? That was my first time there, and I went there involuntarily. The hospital abused their power and sent me to a mental place because I was even trying to help them. They tried to help me. I said, my story, you cannot help me with my story because you might get in danger, your children, your husband. I was even trying to help them. I said, I've been going through what I'm going through for decades. I know how to manage it. I'll be fine. Then they started to send another doctor, another doctor, another doctor. We're trying to help you. I'm like, you cannot help me. When I even meant it, because my soulmate was outside at that time, and I wanted to leave so I could get access to complete a shift because my soulmate was outside. So I mentioned something about him, and then his name was mentioned. Oh, because of who he is, because of what he is, his status, and his name, they call me crazy more. Then they sent me to the place. When I got there, a person talked to me and said, yes, you mentioned so and so's name. I said, yes, I did. You said this, you said that. I said, yes, I did. Yes, he wants to marry me. And she said, how do you know? I said his name, and I said, go to YouTube and put his name and say, and put my future wife. You will see the videos yourself. And now, let me ask you something. Can you call me crazy for saying somebody wants to marry me? Were you there? Can you place yourself there when I heard it? Can you call me crazy for believing someone wants to marry me? Talk to me. She said, no, nobody can call you crazy because that's the belief. And like, can you hold me here against my will because I believe somebody loves me? If I tell you I see something, can you tell me that I didn't see it? Are you in my shoes? Are you in my eyes? Everything I said, she said, no, nobody can say you didn't see because you might see, and then what I see, they're not able to see. I'm like, don't you believe that God gives certain people different abilities? Yes. Now again, can you tell me I'm crazy for my abilities? Oh, you mentioned that you are a golden child. Tell me about golden child. I'm like, don't you, I use the word chosen. Yeah, chosen, not golden child. I said, yes, I am a chosen child. And what do you mean? How are you a chosen child? I am chosen by God by birth. And what do you mean? I'm like, tell me something. Don't you believe everybody has someone special that God would probably use for his purpose? Yes, that's what I mean. I am a chosen child by God for his purpose. Now, can you hold me here and call me crazy because of my belief? No. 3 days later, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Yes, I said it, but tell me something. Can you call me crazy for believing somebody loves me? How do you know if the person doesn't love me? How do you know if he does? You cannot. because you're not there and you're not inside the person. You're not inside me to know how I feel. Can you call me crazy if I say I love somebody? No. So therefore, can you hold me here against my will? Doctor, tell me something. Do you see any signs of craziness in me? No. So can you hold me here? No. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then you'll be on your way tomorrow. And then they do something with something. Do you know that they record you each time? Because in one day you have about 5, 6 come ask a question you. Each time they come, they get the same answer. And when they come back the next morning, the same people, they take turn, they come. And I'm like, I don't ask when I'm leaving, I don't ask when I'm not. All I know is that when they come and say, why are you here? I'm like, I would like to ask you the same question. One night, somebody offered me chamomile tea. I'm like, I laugh. I'm like, honey, I am too calm to be taking chamomile tea. Chamomile tea is for people who are irritated and moody, that needs to sleep to rest. I come here, I'm all calm. I'm already inside of me is a way to calm. So if I take the chamomile tea, what is it gonna do to me? Just put me to sleep? I said, I need to be alert. I got to be alert. Now, doctor, someone alert as I am. This person has any mental issues. I play the role of reverse psychology. That's all I could do. When they ask me the question, reverse it to them into another question. Because I didn't know exactly what I was there. Why are you here? Because after the way a couple of questions, they see this person, there's nothing wrong with this person. Then they ask me, why are you here? I said, doctor, all I can tell you is that the question that they asked me at the hospital, I gave no answer that brought me here. Really. Somebody asked me if I ever felt suicidal. Do you know what my answer was? I look like this and I smile. I love myself too much for that. Then I said, doctor, do you think that answer should brought me here? No. Do you ever feel to hurt or harm anybody else? No. The person that I am, the spirit that I carry cannot harm no one. Therefore, my answer is no. And doctor, the same question I give you now is the same questions I gave at the hospital. Therefore, why am I here? Then each one that woke up, that got up to leave, we will get your things ready and then you'll be out by tomorrow. Tomorrow, which was the day, was gonna be the 3rd day, because they make you sign for the 3 days, so they won't let you go before 3 days. I'm like, doctor, why would they want to mess up my professional license? Then she said to me, your professional license will be fine because you live here, there is no diagnosis, there is nothing wrong with you. Therefore, your professional license will be fine. Then I was like, oh, thank you. Do you know that my sister Claire had been at that facility using my name in order to drag my name to dust, to the mud? Now, the 4 white women in the coven, What spirit again do you use for your recruitment? Because if you don't have, if your spirit cannot help you pick the right crew for your group, excuse me. I am home. I'm home making a video on YouTube. Okay. Yes. What spirit do you use for your recruiting service? Because me, I don't need any spirit to, if someone approach me and wants to work with me, I don't need a spirit to discern or discern, however people would want it to sound, that the person is a bad person themselves, or that person wants to be recruited to enter just to harm others. So now it depends on what kind of business you are running in the first place. Why you love blood? What demon do you use that wants you to sacrifice? And then people sacrifice their family, not even strangers. You ask them for their family members. And why don't you know your limit? Do you really call yourself a witch? And why you call yourself using esoteric? Esoteric doesn't do dirty, really. Some people use them for dirt, but I have used esoteric. Esoteric knowledge is not really for killing. Esoteric is more like healing. I tell you, many people enter certain groups to gain knowledge of esoteric and then go and then be killing with it. Do you know my guru didn't teach us killing? He taught us defense and protection. Doesn't mean that he didn't know the part of killing because he's a Mason. I was taught by Mason. Not just one, 3. While I was learning by Mason, I had my grandfather coming also when I'm in my room giving me information. Now, is that what you want? They're not gonna work with you with it. And you cannot take it in the first place. So if you have a problem that you could not purchase excuse me, my gift, my life, my destiny, I suggest you go back to the Boko, to the Soko, to the Mambo, to the priest, to the high priestess, to the esoteric leader or whoever, Boko or warlock wizard that had promised you my soul, my destiny. I tell you I'm doing a video, you ask me on what? Yeah, the person I said that wanted to marry me, this is who I am chatting right here. He called in, the phone call dropped. Yeah, they call me crazy. And now I'm chatting every day with the individual. Yeah, but I was called crazy for saying that he wants to marry me. And even now. Anyway, um, well, I didn't look this pretty that time. They maybe because of that they would think like that. Okay, now coven of the witches. How about you come up yourself? Let's have a fight, not behind shadows. Because that's disrespect. When you invade somebody's house and then you walk behind a shadow, why? You invade somebody's privacy looking at them, them what do you, lesbian? Why you come to look at somebody's body? Why? Talk to me. What do you gain out of it? Excuse me, why you want to lick my pussy when there are so many penis out there? Even if I want my pussy lick, I don't think I would want you woman to lick it. Because I think you have some herpes in your lips, your tongue, your inside there, everywhere. Because you've been eating coochies that are not well nourished. Because when Claire was left her husband, Claire was full of parasites inside her private. I know because she used to complain. Yes, snake comes and sleep with me at night. Come on, a snake comes to sleep with you at night. It's not a real snake, it's a spiritual snake. And a spiritual snake comes and put its tail inside your vagina. You know you're gonna have some parasites. You want me to heal you? These parasites you cannot get out yourself because God allow you to have them for your karma. And there's nothing I can do for you because you're gonna come forward with lies. Even when I caught you, I'll tell you that why you lie. I ask you why you lie. You're not gonna tell the truth. You're gonna continue with the lie. So how do you think I can help you? I don't forgive lies. I suggest you stay away because I might poison you. And you will die. Because once you come near me and we're in conversation, your guide will leave. I tell you this because the same way you're naked in front of me, you are transparent. I see all your inside. The lady sat in the car Saturday morning thinking that I don't know who she is. Listen, even if the information didn't come from her and entered me, I would still know who she is by what do you know? The smile in her lips. The smile was only in her lips. It didn't travel nowhere but the lips. Let me see if I can do it. Wetting, I'm wetting my lips. Let me see. Yeah, because her lips was kind of well hydrated at that moment. Let me see. I cannot really do it. but it was not a stretch really. It's like, okay. The whole time I was looking at her, she looked at me. The smile never changed, women. It never changed like this, never changed. It just went like this. I look at her and I face the sun again and I raise my hand because I'm not gonna let you disturb what I was doing. I lower my voice so you don't hear what I did because she put her phone. She touched her phone once she came in. She put her phone work in it and placed it somewhere. She come to record my event because that was an event. Because I was I am talking because that was my prayer time. She come to record. And then wants to copy. F. What the F are you? You want to copy others. What's wrong with you? Go see a damn doctor and get diagnosed with some shit. Because why you want to copy people? You waste your time teaching my sister how to copy me. So you are identity thief as well? Tell me who you hang with and I'll tell you who you are. How dare you kick her out of the group when you are no different from her? You are no different from her. You are a liar. You're a fucking liar. Because you kick her out and then you continue the work for yourself, so you think you want the soul for yourself. You want the destiny for yourself while you kick her out. She spent a lot of money already for that soul. So now when people come on my chat, somebody asks, you just came in, right? Somebody just came in and asked, you okay? When did you know me to care for me asking if I'm okay? Don't you know the people just talk for themselves? You don't have to forcefully study them. You okay? You don't know me. Why would you want if I'm okay? And what makes you want that I'm talking calmly, I'm discussing different stories, different timeline, and things like that. You ask if I'm okay. So you know some stories about me, or you let yourself believe lies of a liar, of a mental individual. She had snapped out. She didn't check out, she snapped out. She didn't check out. She just snapped out of the horse. Her spirit is no longer there. Her spirit is no longer there. She's been using my energy so long, she forgot hers. This is why she refused. People who didn't know, she refused to let go because she knows the day she let go, she's dead. Because she's been in my energy field for so long, this is my energy that is keeping her alive. Do you understand the word that come out of my mouth? She's a parasite. She is a energy parasite. She's siphon parasite. She's a python. Didn't I say her body in the spirit is a crocodile with snake head, and the head of the snake is so small. That's a python. Mm-hmm. And huge, standing in front of the fridge. I will never forget that, I say. I will. You cannot forget when you identify your sister is not human. You cannot forget. You cannot forget. And you think I would keep it to myself. I went to the room. I'm like, Ma, this place is full of spirit. Where you guys get it from? Ma, why you sleeping on your bed with so many dead spirits on by your head? Petit is my child. My child, they there. And what do you do for that? You don't pray and cast them out. They just there. What the fudge? What's going on? I'm like, what happened to my son, my 29-year-old son was like, Ma, what happened to your mom? My son was like, what the fuck is wrong with Grandma? He was like, your mom, you sick, your mom pray for you. The same minute she just pray for you, and then you feel better, and people can already tell that you look better. And now your mom is telling you pray too much. What's going on? My mom would come to me. Let's say this is my face right here. My mom come to me like this. You don't sleep like this. You don't sleep, my child. I'll be like, no, my child, you don't sleep. You don't sleep. You need to sleep. She's forcing me to sleep when I spend the night fasting and praying. The mom that I knew, even if I'm sleeping, she would wake me up and say, come and pray. So I was praying, and then she's telling me that I pray too much. My 3 children couldn't understand. I couldn't understand. Me, I act like I don't understand. How about when she comes and forcing me to eat the poisons? Need? You're not eating? I'm like, what do you want me to eat? Oh, the kalalu is very tasty. The kalalu, is good. You don't have some? I'm like, Ma, since the day I entered here from out of state, the Spirit of the Lord already told me not to eat what is been cooked in this place. And do you know what else the Spirit of the Lord said? To stay fast, stay steadfast. Meaning I'm supposed to be prayerful. Cannot wait to hear what my video is about. Come on, you in the channel. You are watching. I don't know, just wanna make me talk like that. Listen. Yeah. You witches of the coven. Beauty spell. Glow spell. What is it? You want that light in my eyes? The divine has them. You need to go to source. Don't steal. You guys gonna come one by one. The one that came with the black car on Saturday, I went to the back of the car, I recorded because I want your license plate. Stupid. The same way whoever you send and I already know they come from you, I manage and get their all license plate, even if they come on a scooter. Whatever they come with the scooter, I record the scooter. Whatever I'm doing with the scooter will happen with whoever ride that scooter. You have feet. That's why you can use the scooter to come and spy on me, don't you think? If they're broken, can you do it? Why would I let you keep coming to spy on me and make money out of my energy? Why don't you tell me? Are you the man sticking your dick inside me? Although I wouldn't take it. When I didn't know who I was, I didn't really measure. I didn't really analyze. I didn't really study who I let enter me. Not anymore. Why have a divine? I'm not like you. Why have a divine body like me? Let anybody come inside of me. Celibacy is great, not because you want me to stay single, because I don't want the wobbing from anybody. You witches of the coven, why can't you use a spirit that is able to discern who you enter in your group? And witches of the coven, why you keep showing your old ancient rituals to everybody? You're sharing it to everybody that is willing to collect money from you to harm me. You can hear when they do the thing on the ground. They expect me to be like, okay, hold on. Who the fuck is afraid of sound? Do you know what I say when I hear the sounds? Father God, Abba, my Father in heaven, let them hear their own sound. Let them hear their own echo. Shit. Let's look at the wall here, because they're here already. You know it's a daily look. Take a look. Remember, it's a daily attack, scheduled to come daily. Do you see the shadow? Do you see it? You see? They're all over. They're all over. They're all over. Let's go up. Do you see them? Do you see them? Do you see? You see the difference? Right here, right there, there is a woman there. You see the white part is the face of the woman. And you can see the eyes. Okay? And every now and then when they notice that I identify them, they will try to put their face behind the shadow in a way the shadow appear like a bang. But you can see them. Look at that. Now remember, don't say because the light is not on. Because why is there difference in between them? Why the darkness is only in the corner? Talk to me. If you don't have spiritual eyes, get out. You understand what I'm saying? Excuse me. If you don't have spiritual eyes to see, get out of the womb. Get out of the womb if you can see. The white thing is always the face of the person. When I am talking, they tend to talk to me. When you tell people that you see shadow, anything dark like this, what is it? Isn't it a shadow? So now you're gonna tell me that I didn't see shadow? Or because you don't see it as a shadow, you say somebody is crazy? This is shadow. Then if it's not shadow, why don't you tell me your medical term for it? This is where I sleep. I sleep in the living room. You see the difference, and you see the corner. Now, can you actually say somebody's crazy if they tell you they see shadows on their walls and also on their ceilings? Look, why, if they're not shadow, why are a certain spot are clearer? Can you tell me what they are? Tell me. Am I crazy for being able to see shadow and you don't? Because you're not able to see shadow, I'm crazy? Behind every shadow, there is always a face because somebody is walking behind it. Witches of the coven. If you are using a spirit that cannot tell you when somebody is jealous of another, the biggest goodbye is coming. If the soulmate got to go, let them go. Nobody can withhold him. A man with a penis needs to play, let him go to play. The way he chose to meet somebody already says that he didn't want to meet nobody. Notification, the biggest goodbye is coming. Someone wants to meet someone, but there is a certain way to meet. The person doesn't want to use his gentleman knock on the door. Hi, I am so and so. Yeah, but they see you on the TV now. I would remember. Okay. If I hug you, you allow me to hug you. I'll hug you. Okay. Of course, they would. Would you like to come in? Okay, then there is a seat right there. You see, it's a clean. Say this is just my shirt. I will just remove it. This is the box of a fan. I will just remove it there and then empty this area. It's a clean place. I sweep it every morning. This is here because this is where I sleep. I just put this here today. So the last few days I was sleeping here without cover, without nothing. This whole place here is clean. These are papers that I am making prayers in different languages. Okay, so that's why you will see paper here. This is for another prayer. I already cut it, and that's it. And marker, I was making. I was doing an example of how someone can take a lead for somebody. I don't have to say who. This was, it has to be used by two different pens. One was for a lighter, and then one was more for we'll say some, I'm not gonna say what it is. So these are here, I'm doing my own things here. And these are things that you're not gonna see in another book, because it's my book that I'm writing, book of prayers and rituals people can do to overcome witches, witchcraft, occult. And I'm not joking, because people need knowledge to fight unknown battles. Because most of the time people are sending witchcraft towards people. 99.9999999.9999999 are innocent target, just like I was innocent. Somebody choose to want your life. Somebody choose to sell their soul in order to have your life. Somebody choose to sell their soul in order to have your soul. What the fudge? Don't give it up. Fight. Fight. When they take your energy, don't take it right away, because you're gonna feel the difference in the morning. When you wake up, you will feel pain on your back. You will feel pain in certain areas of your body. Let it stay for a day. Let it stay for a day. Let them use the energy for a day or two. Because let them, it's like what happened is that your energy, you're gonna make it become a poison, a toxin for them. Don't call it back the next day. Now, if they keep doing it every night, like I'm here, they do it every night, so yeah, every morning I call my energy back. But if they do it at a distance, and don't call it back the same morning. Make tea. Call your soul, not the energy. Call back your soul, not the energy. Do you know why? Because when you call your energy, the energy leaves the individual that stole it, that siphoned it. Now guess what happened? You call it too early. Let that energy go and sit in them. And then when you call it back, it already set in them, because now in order to use yours, theirs have to leave. Do you understand word coming out of my mouth? In order for yours to set in, theirs have to leave, because they give it up, they forfeit it. So when they steal your energy, let it go with them for a day or two. In the meantime, don't let it go without doing anything. Boil some tea. Go to the Haitian stores. There is a wood, a piece of wood called cadavre gâté. Now I'm talking about innocent people, because when I talk for the innocent. If you are the attacker, the offender, it's not gonna do shit for you. I am telling you. Break that wood and put a piece of it. I don't tell people to do things that I don't do. Get a piece of it, keep it in your mouth, sleep with it. Sleep with it in your mouth. And now the day you're gonna call your spirit, your energy, you can still keep it on, or you can put it out, brush your teeth, and then God pack your energy, shake theirs out. Because remember, that was a swap. When somebody is siphoning your energy, it's like the mosquito. The mosquito bite you, and then as they drink the blood, and then they push down their saliva. They pull your blood and they push down their saliva. That's the same way. Therefore, they siphon your energy, and then they give you theirs. They siphon yours, and then they give you theirs. Guess what? So because theirs mostly is full of sin, burden, weight, karma, you're gonna feel the weight, because remember, you're gonna be carrying their karma for a day or two. Be strong. Don't let yourself be victim. If some people want some, I can sell them, because I have some here. That's one. I have more. Okay? I have more. But these are very hard to cut. Very hard to cut. Manage this. Remember, I explained very well. When witches think they can come and siphon your energy, it's to drain you where you have no energy, you don't have no strength, you feel fatigued. Carry it for a day or two. Find this, put it under your tongue, wherever you feel comfortable without pain. Right here, it's not comfortable, so I remove it. That was under my tongue. I keep it on the side of the cheek. Okay? Not on the gum, where the teeth are, the teeth, because you don't want discomfort. As if you have discomfort, you're gonna fail to remove it. Keep it there. Be strong. Chosen one. If you feel people are bothering you like they're bothering me, this means you have a weight in the society, you have a weight in the spirit. Join hand with me. They put together, and they get out of that place and then join with somebody with weight. Not fake weight, not stolen weight, the real weight. And they will help you take back your soul. I don't care how you sold it to them. If God says pray for you, I will help you get out. I will help you get out. Your soul was not for you to sell in the first place. Your soul was not for you to do anything with it. If God says and give me confirmation with these two words, you are my mission, you are my assignment, I will get you out and get your soul out. Don't listen to bitches telling you already sell your soul, you will die if you get out. And when you join hand with me, I dare them come and attack you. I dare them. They know me, they know my weight. They are just audacious. When you feel strong and powerful coming in my face like this, good luck. Do you know what they call amnesty? I am the first and the only one with amnesty living in the spirit. Good luck. That lady that came to visit me Saturday, do you know what I say in front of her as I'm facing her? What day is today? Saturday, the day of combat. I'm sure she heard me. I send a message. So you come for combat. Get ready. Listen. When I take your picture of your car in a video, you think it's just for nothing? No, honey. You might be driving and you strike and you get into an accident and you don't survive. It won't be me. I tied right and bind your energy to that vehicle. Fuck you. Fuck you again. So what you have done is not enough. You bring your face to me and you keep sending other people. Listen, with some 15, I'll exile all of them. I am well equipped from you. I'm equipped. 2 angels to exile you. I let you play in my energy for way too fucking long. Enough is enough. Abraham says enough is enough. Abraham says enough is enough. When you attack me, I send your energy back. I send it towards your household, not just you. So if you have little children in that house, too bad I cannot say I'm sorry because you attack my children too. You even cause my children not to finish school. You don't have a soul. Who the fuck cares? Did I tell you? What did I tell you to do with yours? And where the fuck did you know me to want mine? And how the fuck did you get information about me? Go into my Akashic records for what? What the fuck you want? Hey, you like dildo? I can put one in your ass. It won't be in your pussy. I'll put it in your ass. Shit. Now, you leave my energy alone or I'll exile you out. I don't really need your name. I don't really need anything of you, not your pictures. Because your name is the head of the snake. Don't you see some of you lost your job? Now the elites, I'm not leaving without talking to the elites. The elites now that are watching and invade my privacy, everything I do, you know, everywhere I go, you go. Don't fuck with me. You fly your airplane, I'll let it, okay, naufrages for the water. You'll fall. The elite that is spying on me, invading my privacy. I'm not talking about my soulmate. So now to make a difference between you and him, I will say the billionaires because he's no longer a billionaire. The billionaires, you have ears to hear. I command you to hear the word of the Lord. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't bother you. We can coexist and don't bother each other. You don't need to know where I work. You don't need to know what I do with my life. You don't need to know a fucking thing. My life is in God's hands. Really? Paying office of my apartment, and then the office of my apartment paying people on top of me to make noise in my ears all night, all day, thinking you can make me go crazy. Thank God prepared me well for you. I am so calm in the inside. You cannot torment it. I am so healed internally. You cannot reverse it. I don't need your picture. I don't need your name. Your name would be the elite paying for my demise. The elite paying for my misfortune. That is your name. The head of the snake throwing the rock, hiding their hands. That's your name. Yes, dear. Yeah, I was thirsty. I took it. We can make a lemon water. Are you sure? I'm gonna make anyway because I'm thirsty. Yes, witches, anyone practicing spirituality. Do you hear up there right now the footstep? They ready for me to finish or ready for them to start with their boom, 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 boom. This is what you pay for. People, they are mistreating, they abusing in order to get you to go crazy. Find some copper. Put copper all around you. Put copper. This itself is copper. Put copper in your body. Lead. Black obsidian. Tiger eye. Tiger, the earth. Now the world needs to know. They need to have knowledge. When they doing witchcraft for people to hate you, the reversal of hate is rose quartz. Find one that goes along with the 7 chakras. Okay? Keep yourself grounded and keep clearing your chakra, cleansing your body, your energy field. Those who have ears to hear, let them hear. In French, un bon entendeur